Hey, how are you? It's Jack from Hey, how are you? It's Jack from Gately Academy. Thanks for joining me. I got a text message from a potential real estate school student the other day, and they chatted me up on the website. So not a text message, but a chat message, and they wrote to me a really good question. I've been waiting to get my real estate license for a long time, and I'm curious how difficult it is to break into the industry. And I responded to say, that's a very broad question. And then I said, what is your skill set for content creation, for lead creation? Those are the type of things that you want to start to think about. And also from a real practical point of view, how much money do you need to make to pay for everything and be where you want to be? And he wrote back and says, I know I've been told by people in the industry it's tremendously difficult to start making good money. That's disheartening to hear. And my response to that was, if it was so easy, it wouldn't pay as much. And I know that sounds kind of like harsh a little bit, but that's reality. No one's going to really just kind of, drive over the Brinks truck to your house and drop off a pile of money. You actually have to earn it and add value for your clients to make that type of money. And, it almost as if like this person is like just looking for something that is going to be easy in order to make good money. And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, if it's something that you are really good at and you're adding value, then you're going to get paid well. If it's something that's super easy, then clearly anybody can do it, and therefore the supply of people that can do it goes way up, and therefore the demand for that goes way down, and the reward for that is going to go down. So if it's something that is difficult, people are going to pay you a lot of money for it. In real estate can sometimes be difficult. It is not the easiest thing to be successful. So let's kind of take the harshness out of that and give you some really practical advice for this YouTube live stream. I'm a really big believer in taking these types of excuses that you have in your head, and you can either do one of two things for them. They can become permanent obstacles so that you never move forward, or you can say to yourself, yes, it is difficult, but the reward is worth it. I remember when I was a young person, I was like maybe 21, 22, and I was still in college, and I went to go see Mr. Wetzel, who was a neighborhood friend, a father of one of my friends. And I went to downtown Boston, and the economy stunk, and I met Mr. Wetzel at his office. And it was probably 1990, 91 or something. I was a young person. And I explained to Mr. Wetzel, but it's a bad time to do all these types of things. And Mr. Wetzel looked me right in the eye and said, but it's your time. So it's your time. Well, what are you going to wait for some other time where things are easier to break into? Or that's not going to happen. It's your time now. So my strong recommendation is, from a practical point of view, is put yourself in a position to win for the long term. Understand that getting into real estate right now probably is not going to put food on the table this quarter, or maybe even this half of year, depending upon what type of business you're going to be in. If you're going to be in rentals, it will. But if you're going to be selling single family homes or whatever, not so much. So you always kind of manage that expectation for, for how do I want to say this? The income. So whatever you're doing now, you might want to plan on continuing to do that until you can kind of come up with the good income so that you can make the transition to real estate full time. And it basically it's a weird thing. The more patient you are, the more likely you are to be ultimately successful. Or said in another way, the least likely that you need to be successful now, the more likely that you'll actually be successful for the long term. So not really needing it now is so critically important to being successful in this business. And I really think that almost everybody who sticks with it for a significant amount of time can be and will be successful in this business. but you've got to give yourself the hang time. So keeping that crappy job that you don't like, or whatever else that you're doing now, maybe even a job that pays well, but you don't really like it. You got to maybe keep that, because depending upon your situation in life, you might have people that are depending upon you, or maybe it's just you, but you still got to, pay the rent. So you got to still work in that pizza shop or whatever that crappy job is before you can kind of go out on your own. So, yeah, it might take you a long time. And yes, it might be difficult, but it's worth it. And anything worth having should be. All right. So, hey, I'm Jack from Gately Academy. Maybe next time a little bit more encouraging video, but I thought it was important to kind of put out a real life video to kind of, let's be really practical. You're in this real estate school or academy or whatever you're doing out there because you want a better life, but let's put it out there that you got to set some reasonable expectations, and you got your strategically put yourself in a position to be successful. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.